comes to physical reality, did you know that our brains perceive from a sensory standpoint less than 1% of physical reality? Think about that for a moment. Of all the possible views of reality, of all the billions of bits available to us through our biological senses, what rises to our awareness and what we're able to perceive is closer to 0 as a percentage. So can you imagine how much of reality are we missing out on? And yet we enter into relationships, we become leaders in a family system or organizational system, and we insist we know the right way to do things. What's right? I'm right, you're wrong. Ironically, most of us are so focused on the content of our perceptions that we're unaware of our patterns of perception. Oblivious, completely oblivious to the filters of our own mind, which causes the problems in relationships and at work and in life that we're experiencing. So let me give you an example. Your eyes are filters of reality, and they only notice the things that are relevant to you based on your belief systems, your unconscious programming, your personality type, your trauma, your values. These are all mental models that help you make sense of your world. It's limited. I'll use this very sophisticated tool to demonstrate. So let's say this is me. This page represents all the billions of options of ways in which to make sense of life. And this little circle represents me, and that's my lens. So here I am, white, middle-aged lady, born and raised in all different parts of the world, but predominantly living in South Africa. So I'm going to notice things that are relevant to me. Oh, I will notice teenagers. I'll notice what teenagers are doing, how teenagers are behaving, how teenagers are engaging with their parents. What I won't notice is a pram because it's off my radar. I won't notice if there's a new Ferrari driving by because I couldn't care less about it and what the make is and the model and the tires. But young teenager from here in another part of the world, let's say, different culture, different experiences, different childhood, different personality type, is going to notice completely different things. So when I say I am viewing reality, am I truly noticing everything, or am I just perceiving the bits that are relevant to me? Is he noticing everything that's true, or is he only noticing the truth? What's true for him? So this is the difference between what's true. All of this is true, but my truth is what I see and perceive. His truth is what he sees and perceives. And what happens through coaching is that you're putting two different people together with very different perceptions, very different filters, and what you get is that you have more of reality as a result of two people coming together. And if you put 3 people, 4 people, 5 people, 20 people, 1,000 people together, you get a better view of reality. And this is why diversity and inclusion is so important, because you really get very different filters of reality, and your lenses and your mental models are so different. So this is what happens, is that you have a blind spot, you have a bias, you don't even know that you have it. It falls outside of your awareness, and I don't perhaps notice that there are things going on with young people who are having babies because it's just not in my realm of awareness unless I've had the experience, which I have. But let's say I haven't had the experience, there's millions of them, so I can't speak from experience. I won't notice the things that someone who has had an experience will have, and it will become a blind spot to me. And this is what I believe is why we have so much strife in the world, so much difficulty, because I can only perceive what I can perceive based on my conditioning, my personality, my trauma, my experiences. And so the more we can include others, become aware of our biases and aware of where we have blind spots, the better chance we have of building relationships with people and being open to hearing their perspective and what they are perceiving. And this comes down to the power of perception. What are you perceiving? Are you aware of what you're perceiving? I would love to hear from you if this has been helpful to you.